Captain Grant Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Alright, this week we've had a lot of rain and a lot of wind. Seems like the pattern has remained the same along the King Ranch shoreline for the redfish. The cut bait's working the best, either getting the sardines or cut menhaden, cut skipjack, cut mullet. Any of those three are good. You know, the sardines work real good because they're oily. The downside is once they get to about, water temperature, they start falling to pieces and the perch can pick them off. So, if you don't have any other options, I'd get the sardines. But if you have other options like mullet or menhaden or even skipjack, that's the way to go. And now the tide has come down a little bit, but it's still pretty full, so just get tight to the shoreline and throw that cut bait. Same thing over here in Nighthawk. We've been catching some good reds, occasional black drum on live shrimp under a popping cork, but just getting tight to the back side of the spoils, finding the dirtier water, finding more fish. They don't like to be in that crystal clear stuff. But come over here, fish the back side of these spoils and the cut throughs. There are a lot of boats fishing in here, so if you want to get away from some of the boats and the wind is blowing either more north or south, you can fish the west side of these spoils too, and they're fishing here. You just got to get tight to the island, and you're going to fish the dirty side of the island because the clean water coming through along the ICW doesn't have any fish in it. It's where that milky green kind of stirred up water. That's the kind of water you want to look for when you come in here and throwing that cut bait. Over here, out here at Packard Channel, they've been catching some red, scattered black drum, sheephead, first thing in the morning and first thing in the evening. So right at sun up and right as the sun goes down out here, north or south jetty makes no difference, usually on an outgoing tide. Get the cleaner waters on the channel side. You can just let a live shrimp under cork or a live finger mullet drift along. Starting to see a few kingfish showing up, Spanish mackerel, jackfish. It's just that time of year where catching a lot of fish at the jetties right now. A lot of bait coming in, so the jetties are hot right at sun up and right at sundown. Down here on the south shore of Baffin, the fishing got a little bit tough for me this week, but I'll tell you where I did catch them is right along this drop off. As the tide dropped out, a lot of those fish are holding right along this bar all the way down to Black Bluff from Los Corrales, catching mainly black drum with an occasional trout and a few redfish mixed in. But I've just been catching them on live shrimp. I haven't thrown any cut bait in here. I'm sure it'll work, but I just have been catching them on live shrimp and just kind of hitting the sand pockets in that cloudy green water, of course, because if you get up on the flat in here, it's really, really crystal clear. But come out to that bar right on the drop off and you'll catch some good fish. Over here on the Kennedy shoreline, I haven't been able to fish it this week, and that's mainly just because the wind has just been so strong, so I haven't been over here. But when the weather permits, there's going to be a lot of fish caught right here because before that wind picked up, there was a ton of fish on here, and they're kind of just going to be moving down this shoreline towards Pensacola Point and catching them tight to the rocks, live shrimp under a cork, and just pulling in. I don't like to move around a whole lot while I'm in here because you're already in the structure. You're already right in their living room, and they're moving. So with you moving, bumping into rocks, turning on the trolling motor on and off, really it's just causing you more trouble than anything. And what I've found is a much better technique is just to float in till you get right to the rim of rocks within casting distance to the shore. throw a popping cork out there with a live shrimp on it, space 2 or 3 of them out, and just let them float around out there. You don't even have to pop your cork. Just let them sit there and check your cork about every 2 or 3 minutes, because the perch sometimes will get bad, but every couple 2 or 3 minutes, reel it in, put a new shrimp on, throw it right back out.
I'm Captain Grant Coppin. Thanks for watching.